the stock market, meaning companies, new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. Nuts, they're nuts. They know nothing.
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome back, my fellow degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania. The no bullshit approach to Bitcoin, crypto, NFTs, NBA Top Shot, and the largest casino in the world, the U.S. stock market. I'll be your host today, Jack Jones, a tournament Scrabble player, Dogecoin class of 2014, and data analytics professional still working for the man. I'm filling in today for Brian Micon, who is out not giving investment advice, and he is doing his own research. Today on the show, we'll get to picks of the day, Shrucoin, what the fuck, Wall Street Bets rugs, has Nikola reached its bottom, and our first story of the day, Credit Suisse, Brett, the second largest bank in Switzerland, needs more money. What's going on here?
Yeah, so even before Bill Hwang, they had some problem, something green. They had some like fairly big scandal problem at the bank. Then you have the whole Bill Hwang Archegos blow up, which Credit Suisse lost like several billion on. Few execs heads rolled. The CEO has only been there like a year. He is still around, but he's on shaky turf. And then today or yesterday, they just said the fallout's not done yet. There's like a few more positions from this blow up that they still need to unwind. So they're going to have, looks like a losing quarter. They're in a bit of trouble, but again, it's like one of these flagship established banks that seem to never have a problem doing, like, you can make 100 mistakes and like screw your customers over, and then you'll just get more money to keep marching on. So it's not great for them in the short term, but will it even matter in the long term? I'm not convinced.
Yeah, it's unclear what exposure they have left. Yesterday was the first day that all the stocks in the Bill Hwang basket bounced pretty hard. So like Viacom, Discovery, all those stocks really bounced yesterday, like 10 to 20%. So it looks like that liquidation and stuff is all over with. It's unclear what other risks Credit Suisse is commenting on now that they still have. That's the question.
3 mystery positions, it looks like, is what they're still holding. So
who knows what they have?
I can tell you that.
What's that, Matt?
I wouldn't want to be long any of those 3 mystery positions because you just get smoked when they have to get out.
I mean, and who knows what they've had 2 problems recently. There might be a third that's not even related to Bill Hwang.
Right.
Well.
I agree. It doesn't have to be Bill Hwang stuff. They might be just cleaning house, getting everything out of the kitchen right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of tough positions, Nikola, 90% off from its all-time highs. Have we finally seen a bottom? Fell down to $9, and it's up today on some news, Matt. What do you got?
Yeah. So it finally got under $10 this week for the first time. You know, it's just been going in a straight line down forever. We've called it a scam on this channel many a times in the past. We haven't really focused on it since it's been like under 15 in the last couple months. But today on CNBC, Jeff Ubben got on. He is the managing partner of Inclusive Capital Partners, and he has like a 2.5% stake of the entire company, Nikola, his fund. He is the guy that got on CNBC and all the news shows with Trevor Milton back in the day last year, and basically they were saying how great everything is, and the stock went to 90 right afterwards. So really, I haven't seen much of him until today. He got on there and got on CNBC with a straight face, and he's a pretty reputable guy. He's not Trevor Milton; he's a reputable guy. He said, "Look, everything's on track. We're still, our fuel cell truck timeline is still for launch for next 22 to 2023." And he also said Nikola's showing tremendous momentum with his business initiatives. They also announced a little news deal today with Travel Centers of America, installation of hydrogen fueling stations, whatever that is. So all that combined really made the stock bottom today. So it opened up a little bit, but now it's up 20% today, over $12. So the question is, do we see a big short covering rally? Is it real? Is the company real? Is it not a scam? And does it have value? It's still got a huge valuation in the billions. But one thing I do know about this stock that worries me is next week is the next big lockup expiration. So it's the first time a lot of insiders can sell the stock. So there's going to be a lot of supply on the market next week. But knowing that, I know funds got short leading up to next week, and now they're probably in shit's creek trying to short cover now before in case it goes to 15 or 20 this week before the lockup expires.
Yeah, I would be worried about being short here just after seeing what happened with GameStop or whatever. It's like, this is too obvious. I personally would just stay away. I don't trust necessarily what's going on. Even if they have this deal, aren't most of the Nikola deals, or at least they were before, basically the customer has no responsibility at all. It's like, oh yeah, I'll buy some trucks maybe, and then if they back out, it doesn't cost them anything. So anytime they announce a deal, I'm like, I still have that in the back of my mind. Like, I would like to see, are these travel stations or whoever's doing this hydrogen fueling deal, are they actually committing something? Is there any penalty if they back out? If it's a total free roll for them, that's not too compelling to me at all.
I agree with that. We'll see what happens. I mean, today and tomorrow will be interesting to see where the stock goes. And then we'll see if the stock gets sold off a lot once the lockup comes up. See if the insiders are dying to sell at $12 a share.
What's interesting is I know in crypto, at least, lockups can be fairly bullish, at least recently, because everyone gets so spooked about the coins coming to market and worried about the new liquid coins being dumped that people are reluctant to buy ahead of a lockup. Now, I don't put Nikola in this boat because I can't imagine anyone's excited to buy Nikola, but apparently people are. But it's almost like the fear of the dumping of the lockup can be worse than the actual selling off once. But to me, if I had shares in this, they're all going out the window, like first chance I get.
Right. Seems like more bad news than good news, and some volatility on the horizon for Nikola. Speaking of news and volatility, most recently on 420 lol, Wall Street Bets launched its DAO. The boring stuff that you don't really need to know is effectively you can buy the Wall Street Bets token. It's a governance token. You can vote on how much or how little this Wall Street Bet fund is going to allocate to synthetic stock tokens. But what's more interesting is the stock opened at 9 a.m. on 420 lol at $0.015 and immediately shot up to around 40 cents. Then within the hour, all sorts of chaos started going on, where an unknown wallet started dumping hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Wall Street Bet coin on the market right here on the What Happened section. Tony really lays it out for you. There was about 2 hours of absolute chaos where the coin then cratered back down to its initial offering price. And when all the dust settled, what turned out that it happened, it wasn't a hack. It wasn't necessarily a rug. It seems like what the Wall Street Bets team did is they allocated a special pool of tokens just for YouTube and Twitter influencers. And one of those influencers somehow got access to the entire pool, ripped off his fellow influencers, and started selling all of the coins in that allocation on the market. It reminded me of what's going on with Archegos. It just reminds me that man is corruptible, power corrupts. Even the little guy who's got a couple $100,000 of influencer clout is inclined to do shady things, just like the billionaire might be. Brett, what do you think about this in the crypto space? A Wall Street Bets token just getting mired in fear, uncertainty, and doom out the gate.
So, Wall Street Bets was cool, but in my opinion, people that started it and then went away for 5 or 6 years, they've come back to try and cash in on it now that it blew up with GameStop. In my opinion, you don't really get to claim that. You weren't part of the community. And I don't know if those are the people behind this IDO or if it's actually people that were involved in the organic growth of the community. But I know that there was a fair amount of oh, now that this blew up, I'm back and I'm going to cash in on it. So I don't know. I'm kind of over Wall Street Bets. It got too popular. It's too normie now. The next Wall Street Bets is going to look a little bit different. I also just don't really like Reddit. I don't use it. But I went on there during the GameStop hype. I don't know. I mean, I would like to see more details. I just loaded this guy's Twitter up. He's like, full details are coming. You're not going to like it or something. I think it's obviously, I would never want to steal. Like if you're getting free tokens, you have one of 8 influencer group tokens. Why are you going to steal from the other people? Like that's just like really shady. But I don't know. He like the VC thing that didn't make sense. That doesn't sound like a guy that works for his VC firm. So I don't know. I like the whole thing to me is just, I'm out.
For those reasons, he is out. Yeah, with the
shenanigans.
Shenanigans, indeed. I believe what you might consider the Wall Street Bet like core user totally disowns this DAO. They don't like it. It is the people who are out for 5 to 6 years coming in to cash in on the Wall Street Bets trademark.
Those guys like that. You missed you left. You know now you're trying to jack it, and so like I'm not going to feel any sympathy for them. Maybe this guy's a Robin Hood. Who stole from these assholes to give it to the people that really deserve it.
Total shenanigans.
Could be a good Robin Hood and a bad Robin Hood. Tony, Shrucoin sounds like mo Bitcoin, mo problems. What's going on over here?
Well, I'm trying to figure out a few things about this. First of all, there's this company called Miner Co. They're an OTC company. Somehow they ended up with the ticker symbol MINE. They're a psilocybin company that got the best ticker symbol that should go to like a mining company. Whatever. So this company, they developed a coin called Shrucoin. Now, this is a cryptocurrency that you can purchase online with Visa or MasterCard, and what they want to do is allow companies that deal in cannabis and psychedelics to directly take payments online in all of these different cryptocurrencies. They've made the system that appears extremely easy to be able to take money and offer invoices all in cryptocurrency, but they targeted it to just the drug industry, and they even called their coin Shrucoin as in mushrooms, and their logo has a mushroom on it. But as I look at this platform, it's everything you'd want any payment system to be and then some, and it appears there's to be 0 fees. So I don't know how they make money on this. I don't know who developed all of this. I don't know if they're making money on arbitraging, if they take in coins, but you can take in any coin, get paid out instantly in fiat. And it's just like, A, why would you pigeonhole yourself? If you've got this great payment system, why would you target this weird industry that has an uncertain future? And B, why have I never heard of this? Brett, does this look crazy to you, or what?
I mean,
I can
see the reason for pigeonholing your payments, like brand or whatever, because it's such a competitive industry. You have these mass scale brands, and a lot of marijuana and I'm sure psychedelic mushroom companies can't get traditional banking. They've been blackballed. Like there's that there have been like in the 2017, 2018 boom, there were a bunch of companies that came out promising to like solve payments for marijuana industry. So I get targeting that because it's like it's hard to get your name out there in payments. It's such a competitive space with all these like multi-billion-dollar behemoths. And then you can always scale out, right? Solve for pot, solve for mushrooms, and then scale out alcohol or whatever, or like some totally other vertical. But like, if you're like a U.S. business dealing with pot, you have like particular needs that a normal like regular business isn't going to have. So it does. I can see the logic in like targeting a payments company to serve that market. But no fees under the. I don't know. It seems a little fishy to me. Maybe I'm in like a bullshit detector mood today. But
no, I asked the same questions. I did some research ahead of the show. All roads led back to the Shrucoin information that they put out. There's not a lot of other articles that aren't all just copying each other at this point. So I'm eager to learn more. I'm going to keep watching this, but I'm fascinated by it. You make a good point that they do serve a community that has trouble getting traditional banking, and I love that services like this are going to force traditional banking into new sectors. It feels like it's leading the way, and you're right, it's these fringe industries that seem like they're going to set the pace for finance and everything going forward. Here's a quick look at the company Miner Co. that's talking about Shrucoin. They're getting a big bid today, so I don't know, might be worth researching a little further. But I'm going to get out of here, and we should do pick of the... Although, before we go, I wanted to run one thing by you. Bill Stead in the chat is asking, last day for insiders to sell Coin, the Coinbase stock. So is it time to buy Coin now that this is the last day for lockup, apparently?
Is that true?
I'm not
I don't
sure.
know. I don't know that to be true, but if that's true, that would make me want to be a buyer.
Okay.
Makes sense to me.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Let's do some picks of the day.
All right, time for Market Mania, not investment advice. Do your own research. Picks of the day.
Drop it like it's hot. Everybody stack. I'm stacking to the top.
That's right. It's Market Mania Picks of the Day. We don't waste your time here. EBITDA hat coming on, even though we don't really care about EBITDA or fundamental analysis. Matt, toss it over to you. What is your pick of the day?
Earnings are Monday, so they generally like to run the stock before that. We'll say it's down $8 right now, so I like it at 736, and we'll see what happens.
Tesla again, gotta love it. Keep sprinkling it on the sheet. Brett, what are we looking at?
I'm rolling with Credit Suisse. I like buying these companies after like really bad news hits. I feel like the market typically overreacts. So, and then of course it could not work out at all horrifically. But I'm buying the dip. Well, I'm not actually buying it. I'm recommending as my pick of the day buying this dip. I'm not going to go personally buy this stock.
And for me, my pick of the day is a Sushi Swap, down 50% from all-time highs, whereas it's one of its main competitors, Uniswap, is mostly flat relative to all-time highs. I think we're down for two reasons. I think people are all excited for Uniswap V3 launching in May. I think it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news. When V3 comes out, I think you'll see Uniswap go down, maybe some sushi go up. And then, of course, the hot new thing, Binance Smart Chain Pancake Swap, lower fees, faster transactions. It's a cool new thing. I think there's a lot of FOMO money going in there. I think it's been on a hot run, and a lot of people are just trying to ape in to get that last little pump. But eventually it will start to flatten off, and money will eventually return to sushi. So with that, that's the show. Thanks for tuning in. I do have a quote, I suppose, from Aesop Rock's partnership with Rob Sonic, Hail Mary Malin, which is, got money for my dog. He make money when he bark. So much money, 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 money. Thanks again for tuning in to Market Mania. We will see you again tomorrow. That is, if there is a tomorrow. But until then, it's lights out.
I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine.
Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold or a domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl.
Switch it up.
I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard at the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury. Power of attorney, wow, we're turning. Can't lie like it's Mississippi burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine it look the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind. Was afraid of the time. Strobe light, flicking the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now. How about tonight? My interview's tight now. I was